AC, hello, hello. How are you? How are you? Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's good. Hey, Sylvian. Hello. How are you? Hope everyone is good. I hope you have been trading with risk management. Went to the ocean and had an amazing time. Ready to trade. Hey, oh, that's good. Well, welcome back, guys. Or Pamela, I'm so sorry. Very good. Sometimes you need to have some vacation from the charts. Let's see what happened during the day on Bitcoin and what actually can happen right now. To touch 60K. Oh yeah, with time, just have to do its little movement first. So I want to see, we had yesterday when I put up my video, I had 3 levels that I wanted to see if the market actually touched, and it came to my 3rd touch, and the market went down, so that was very good. You had 2 opportunities actually to go into the market. I think, yeah, you could have gotten in after this candle when it closed, and also this. Hi guys, welcome. And right now we are coming to that. We're coming to that area one more time, around 56,400. So we just have to see what can actually happen. We're having huge momentum right now, so the market, I mean, there's no way we're gonna like start selling the market. I did a trade yesterday on Ethereum, and I sold the market while we were live. I did take myself out of the trade in profit, so that was good. Hello everyone, welcome. Hi Victoria, Pavel, Crypto Peasant, Connor, Lolita, Miller. Yeah, hello everyone. Let's see what we can do. Someone wanted me to go in straight to NKN. NKN. Hey Mark, hello everyone. Oh, hi Wesley. Hope Wesley's good today. Joseph, Sagar, hi everyone. I'm gonna look at Bitcoin soon. I don't want to enter Bitcoin yet because it was having a lot of movement right now. Hi everyone, hope you're good. So let's look at NKA USDT. Starting off with the weekly, obviously, because I want to see where we are right now. We're having a support right here that is very important for us to use right now. We're very close to it. I added 2 times to my BT short. You tell me how I feel. Yeah, I'm gonna look at the pairs that you want me to look at. Just need to do this first. Okay, so we had the movements to the upside. I want to see how it looks on the 12-hour chart. So all of the pairs has been moving very much right now. Okay, so let's take Fibonacci from low to the high. So right now you could actually, yeah, we did have a low, but we broke the previous, we did break the previous higher high right here. So this could be, so because the market, when the market has been moving very much during the day, so you had kind of like a fake out, so the market went down, but on the overall picture, you have to, we are in a uptrend, so I would definitely say that you're looking at buy opportunities. So let the market come back down to 0.3448 to see if the market comes back down, and if you're starting to see higher highs and higher lows on the smaller time frames. Also, you can look at the lower time frames at the 15 minutes and combining that with a higher time frame candle, so you're not having a huge bearish candle. You don't want to have that against the levels, so just break everything down to the smaller time frames. She's my what? You're so beautiful, Nanny. Also family from Nanny. Hi, Andy. Oh, Andy's here. Someone said she's my ex-wife. I hope you're not talking about me, because I'm no one's ex-wife. Looking at Cody. Okay, let's see how this is looking at what happened during the day. I do believe we will come back a little bit more. I just want to see. Just 1 second, guys. I just want to see how it looks. So you're having the support right here around 0.4900. We're taking a Fibonacci from the lowest point on the 1 hour chart, and you can take it from 0.4680 to the highest point, and that is 0.5258. And we are right now in Fibonacci level 1561%. And what we can do right now is that we can take another Fibonacci level, and just to see if market comes to that area. So let's say if the market comes to 0.4964 and 0.4954. I'm gonna do it like this now because we're gonna sit for a while. So I'm just putting up an alert, so if the market comes back down there, we can see what we can do about it, what I can do about it when it comes to that area. You can be my future ex-wife though. What? Make no sense. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin right now, because I know a lot of people are curious about what's actually happening. So let's see how it looks. We can take these away because there is no point of having them right now. Remember, oh, my stomach is so much better. It's so much better. So today we'll have a full live stream. Okay, so why did we come to, let's see, okay, so we're having the support, so we are just moving sideways if we're looking at the higher time frames. We can do something like that. Okay. Just 1 second, guys. I just have to think. Sometimes it's really hard talking and think at the same time. Okay, so we're having the high right here. So we went to a downtrend right now. We had a downtrend and we did come to this previous resistance. Yesterday I was talking about why I had this resistance is because it was an area on the 4 hour, but previous times. So I took it right here, and we can see that we did respect it. So what have happened right now, we had a pullback. You made a lower low, a lower high, a lower low yesterday. Market comes up again to the previous lower high that we're having. So right now what we have to wait and see is the market gonna create a new high, lower high, I'm sorry. Is the market gonna create a new lower high if we're closing below the previous lower high that we're having? So that is just one question that we need to ask ourselves. And how do we know that? Well, if we're starting to see that the market actually don't have the power to break 56,300, and we're starting to see that the market is doing something like this and starts to break to the downside, if it's not gonna have the power and it's gonna kind of look like something like we have here, the market could come back down one more time, because right now we do have to have the correction. The market has been going up so much, and looking at how the daily looked since yesterday. So yesterday the market closed like this with it's like an inverted hammer, like a very big one. Market came down and filled the wick that we're having right here. And if you're just breaking everything down to the 4-hour chart, usually this doesn't look so good. If you want to find good buy opportunity right now, you want to have a market looking like this, right? You want the market look like this. So you have a leg, you have the market coming up, you have the candlestick is not that close to each other. You want to have, or at least I want to have it like that. It looks so much better and easier for me to see what's actually going on, because right now on how it looks, it's too tight. Everything is too tight, so we could just be going sideways right now, and this is very easy for us to lose money, because we don't know, will the market continue to the upside, will it continue back down? And if you're not having the patience, and if you don't understand where the market actually can come to, like yesterday, I did actually have this zone right here as a resistance, and I wanted to see if the market comes to that resistance, previous support turning into resistance. I want to see how the market reacts to that zone. The market gave us clear rejections right here. This is not a sign for us to either, especially not buy the market. You really have to wait and see, okay, will the market come back down just a little bit, then just to break out and then come back down and retest it? Or will the market do what it did like this? You had the market coming back down. You had the market coming back up again to what? The previous support, right? The market didn't have the power to break it. The third time it tried, it did close below or just beside, and then the market continued down. So you had two confirmation right here that the market didn't have the power to actually break this to support, so it turned out to be a resistance. We don't know right here, will the market break it or will it do the same thing? Hi everyone. So that's why it's really important. I know, guys, okay, you're seeing the movement to the upside, and you could definitely have bought the market right here. Looking back in time, what do we have to do? Okay, we have to see where are we? Why is the market closing there? Okay, we did have a support. Obviously, the market did the same thing. Just the same thing as it did around the resistance that we did have. The market showed us, breaking it down to the lower time frames. You had 3 touches right here. Okay, you had the first touch right here, no confirmation to either buy or sell the market. The second touch actually showed us, okay, this support is holding, the market will not break it. You had the third touch, the market came back down here, and you had the wick. You can even go down to the 15 minutes chart and see that you're having a bearish candlestick just closing. This was a total buy sign. Wesley, this was a buy opportunity. You're not selling the market when you're having 1, 2, 3 rejections from a support. That is screaming market going up. So Try to buy as low as possible, try to sell as low as possible. It's simple, but it's hard because I know how much you want to go into the market, but you rather wait a couple of hours. Like I told you, I was in a trade yesterday. It took me 6 hours before my order got triggered. It was 6 hours, and I didn't look. I was looking like 2 or 3 times just to see if it got activated. I woke up the morning after and I saw that I was in profit. Okay? So that's how you have to do it. Otherwise, you just have to build your account over and over and over again. It's just gonna take time. It's just gonna take a lot of... you're gonna get crazy. Sorry, I had to do that. So let's see. I want to see if if it will hold right now. So on Bitcoin, you guys, you need to wait right now, or you do whatever you want to do. But I'm gonna wait for the market either to break it or respect it. Okay, what do you want me to look at? And it's just the same thing on Ethereum right now. So yesterday as I told you, I took a sell yesterday when I was having the live, and if I remember it right, it was not there. When did I do the live yesterday? 12th. Okay, so around here. Did I take it? Yeah, I took the trade around here, and I actually took myself. I had a take profit further down, but I saw the market actually starting to reject it, so I took myself out of the trade. I had my stop loss above this previous wick that I did have here. The market came up for a while. I was never worried because I saw the market continuing down. You can see one touch, rejection, and then you saw continuation down. XLM. XLM. What's that? Okay, someone wanted me to look at SHIB. We're going straight to the weekly, and we have been here before, and the market hasn't come back down yet to the... Or did it? Okay, whatever. We're starting over. Okay, so let's see what this pair can give us, guys. The only thing that I can use right now is obviously this resistance right here. I can also use the previous support that we're having right here just to see where the market potentially can go. You're going to be... I think I'm gonna do like two hours. I'm gonna, yeah, try to do live 2 hours. Okay, so right now we are respecting the support that we're having. The market has been here 2 times. So this is very, but we're still doing lower highs. You had the high, you had the lower high, you had the lower low, you had the lower high right here, a low because we're closing just beside the previous lower low that we're having. So right now what we are waiting for is the market gonna continue to the upside, or if it's gonna break down again. But I would definitely use this support one more time because it looks like we can... It looks like we're actually going to the upside. But you can do it like this. We're taking a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point on the 1 hour chart. So around 27.87 and 29.18. So if we're seeing the market coming back down to the resistance right here, we have to see how the market reacts to it. So I would definitely wait right now to go long. Just wait for the market to come back down. So I'm gonna do the same thing right here. I'm gonna take a notification crossing down. So if the market crosses this line right here during the time that I'm live, I'm gonna help you and see what's happening. HBAR. Is it USDT or USD? USDT. Okay. Let's see what's happening over there. Did I just write that? Oh my god. Let's look at the same pair that I already looked at. Oh, stupid. Okay, no, XRP. Let's see what's happening right here. Taking these one away. Okay, I'm gonna take everything away. We are right now at the support. We can use this one. So we have been making higher highs and higher lows, and right now we might create our higher low right now. So this was the previous higher low that we did have. So market came back down. It tried to retest the lower high, but it never broke it. So what we can do right now is to use this support again. Remember, market always gives us new support and resistance zones that we have to use. I'm in XRP long and short. Wesley, why are you in long and short? There's no wonder you losing money. Wait. Why? Okay, so oh yeah, we can do it like this. We take a Fibonacci from the lowest point around 1.0816 to the highest point, and that is 1.1026. So if we're seeing the market coming back down to the level 1.0895, we want to, okay, just one second. We want to see, because right now we are waiting for the pullback. Because Wesley, we are going long. I am going long on XRP if the market comes back down to Fibonacci level 61%. And I want to see how it reacts to that. But right now, if you're starting to buy the market right here, if you're Wesley, trust me, the market will come back down to the Fibonacci. You'll be in drawdown, or it will come back down to the support that we're having around 1.0700. Then we might see the market continue to the upside. But right now, you're not supposed to buy when the market have its higher high, because we did have a consolidation on the lower time frames. You can see here the market was going sideways. Market broke the consolidation. Market came back down, almost came back down and touched it, retested it, and then it continued. So right now we are making a higher high, and when we're trading and we want to go long on the market, we have to wait for the market to create its higher low. Okay, guys, so we're waiting for the market to come back down. Okay, there's another pair. Could you take a look at Trustwell? Okay, so we are going down, guys. But it's going down, having huge candlestick to the upside right now. There's no point to trade. I have to see what type of pair this is. Let's see. I'm taking a Fibonacci. Obviously, it's very far away right now. And it did actually come back down and retouch the 50% that we did have, taking a Fibonacci from the weekly. So this is when we are having the market spiking up like this, we have to wait for the market to retrace back. So we can try to see if the market comes back down. We're taking a Fibonacci from on the 30 minutes. And we're taking it from the lowest point, and that is 1.1105 to the highest point, 1.3734. And right now we have to see if the market comes to the 50 and 60% retracement. So we'll do the same thing. Oh yeah, okay, you don't have to take that on everyone. But if you're seeing the market coming back down to these levels, you can also use this as a previous resistance around 1.1180. And when you're seeing the market, if you're seeing the market breaking the 50 and 61%, look how the market actually how the candlestick is formed around the previous resistance. These are the two levels that we're using right now. We don't have anything else. Going back in time, you can also see. Oh no, it wasn't. Taking the line chart is easier for us to look at it. Yeah, going back in time, you can see that this was actually a previous support, a resistance. Taking the candlestick chart, you can also see that we're having wicks against the levels. So if the market comes back down to the previous resistance and support resistance, start to see, because you want to have the pullback right now. Look at this, guys. If you're starting to buy at the top right here, it's not good. Bye, Joseph. Have a good day. Wesley and Mark, thank you guys. Dot, we can look at Dot. Let's see how it looks right now. Just one. Oh yeah, we're starting off with the daily. Starting off with the daily. Let's see. We did have the market coming to Fibonacci level. Yeah, didn't look that good on the weekly. Okay, looking at the 12-hour, we could definitely see that we had some great higher highs and higher lows right here. We did create a... Are you going to take a trade live? Well, if I see one, I would definitely do that. And we did create a high, we did break the previous higher low right here, created a lower low. So right now what we have to see is the market gonna continue to the upside and break this previous higher high that we're having, or will it actually just close beside it and then you're starting to see a little pullback? Because that is actually what can happen right now. So that's why it's really important using this, because look, going back in time, you can see that we did have this as a previous resistance too. So it's a very strong level that we're having right here. And you saw we had the wicks to the upside both of the times. You had a third wick and that is on the weekly. So weekly is always more respected than the other time frames that we're having. So right now it looks like we're also respecting this resistance right here. Please stop spying. So I want to see how the market, we can take that one away just to not get confused. In between here right now, I'm having these as levels because I want to see either the market, this is the Fibonacci level on the 4-hour chart on DOT, from the lowest point 32.7485 to the highest point, and that is 351277. So either the market will come back down here and we're starting to see a reverse, or the market will not do that. It will actually break this previous resistance that we're having, and then we're seeing the market creates a higher low, and that's what we are taking our trades from. So that's what I see on DOT right now. Just want to see one thing, guys. Just 1 second. Okay. LTC. See what happens right here. Okay, let's start over again, just so we're not getting confused at all. Starting up with the weekly, just to understand what's actually going on. Sometimes we can even go to the monthly, and we can see that we did respect the monthly resistance that we did have right here. You don't always have to go to the monthly, but especially if you're like me, for example. Now when I'm looking at different charts that I usually not sometimes you have to look at the really high time frame just to see what's actually going to happen or what's happening. And first of all, I'm taking the monthly previous resistance, which is very, very respected, and we can see that because when the market came to the same area, you can see the market never had the power to break it. So it did continue up, it did continue back down again, and you retested the high of the monthly resistance. You had wicks on 145.81. The market now is on the weekly 50% Fibonacci level. So we can just do it like this. So we're taking another Fibonacci right now from the lowest point to the highest point. So we're taking away the Fibonacci level on the weekly. So from the lowest point, 139.63, to the low to the highest point. Highest point is 180.51. What we want to see right now, because we did have this downtrend, remember right now we are bouncing off from a very, very respected area. And every time the market came here, the market started to go to the upside. But right now, we did break the lower high. The market came up right now, created its higher high, I'm sorry. So what we can wait for, we are waiting for the pullback. So I use 155 and 160 to see how the market actually starts to behave around that area. Because we are, even if we are on the daily, that was the daily. So right now, if we're looking at the market on the 4-hour chart, we are in a downtrend. So the market can continue to, because right now, this is why it's really important, because on one time frame we are in a uptrend, on another time frame we are in a downtrend. So this is how it looks. So that's why what you have to try to understand is, okay, you're looking at one time frame, going down to the other time frames, and just trying to puzzle every time frame together with each other to see what's actually happening. So we have to come back down, or I don't have to, but I'm looking. If I would look to go long, I would wait for these levels right here. Otherwise, right now, the market can be shorted. Depending on how it looks. So if I would want, I could have two confirmations right here. I have the first touch that's happening right now, market comes back down. I have the second touch, and then I just might see, oh, I'm gonna sell the market. But overall, we are in a downtrend. No, uptrend, sorry. Hello everyone. Hope you're good. Just 1 second. What's happening? We can go back to just Bitcoin and see what's actually happening right here. So we're having the rejections on Bitcoin. The market came back down. Can you see, Wesley, why you're not buying? Why you're not buying right here? It's really important. But we have to have in mind that we're having huge movement to the upside right now. So just because we're having two rejections from the previous resistance, it doesn't have to be that the market actually is going down. It looks like we're actually gonna break it. It seems like to reject it even harder. Yeah, you can take. How does it look on Ethereum? Take that one away. We're taking that one away. I mean, this is also, sometimes you just have to let the market do what it's supposed to do, because it's just going between these levels right here. It's just going from support to resistance. So the smartest thing to do is just trade from the support to the resistance and see how it is, and then from resistance to support. So you're having small boxes all over this place, right? You had a box, the market was going sideways. Okay, the market can continue down. Now we're having another box, but we are still looking at the higher time frame. We are just actually consolidating. We don't have a clear structure. We're just doing whatever it's doing. This is what I'm talking about now. That it's really hard trading Bitcoin. It's not hard, but you have to have in mind that we're just moving sideways right now. We're just moving sideways. So it's easier when we're seeing the market actually pumping like this, because at that point we are taking our buys at the higher low. Right now we're just consolidating. So that's why it's hard trading right now. And right now you're not gonna do anything because you are in the middle of the resistance and the support. So this is very easy to lose money. So you have to have, you definitely have to have your sell around the resistance and the buy opportunity at the support. and you just might have your take profit vice versa. ADA USDT. Okay, let's see what's happening right here. We're having a oh sorry guys, a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point on the weekly too. We are also just moving sideways right now. I do believe we need to wait for the market to come back down to the support that we're having, and that is also combined with the Fibonacci on the 50% level. And we are having a downtrend on the lower time frames, like a small one. So we are making a lower high, a lower low. We just might have our lower high right here. If you're taking a Fibonacci, we can see that we are in the Fibonacci levels right now. It can come back up and retest the trend line that we're also having, and then you see the continuation. If you would want to see the market breaking to the upside, you need the market to break this previous lower high, because this is a sign that the market is going down. You're having market structure to the downside, so you have to see the market actually breaking the previous lower high to create its new higher high. And then you're waiting for the market to come back down and retest this previous resistance, also a new support. But you definitely don't want to have a bearish candlestick looking like that against the support and breaking and closing below it. At that point, the market is telling you, I'm on my way down. So yeah, right now the market is giving us signs that it's actually on its way down. But wait for the market if it comes back down to 2.042, around that area, because that's the Fibonacci level that we're having on the higher time frame. Can you look at front? Front USDT. I'm getting so tired because it's getting so dark here in Sweden, and the clock is just 6 o'clock at night. What was it? Front, right? Okay, I don't know if there's more data on this pair somewhere else, but we did create a new low right here. Market is going down. You do have a little support right here too on the 1 hour. So I would say if you want to start by the market, seeing the market going to the upside, I would recommend for you to wait for the market to break this high around 1.249, and then you see the market coming back down and retested it, so you're buying at the higher low that you're having, and then you see the continuation. But if we're seeing the market actually continuing going down, it could just break this low at 1.1793, break it, come back up, and then retest it, comes back down. But then you have to be very, very careful with this area right here that we're having, because this is the low, the previous low around 1.500, and if we're seeing the market doesn't have the power to break it, it just might bounce off to the upside. Luna. USDT. Going to the weekly. Okay, it looks like we're heading down. We're having a support on the weekly right here that we have to have in mind. And it looks like, yeah, we're just going down right now. So what you have to wait for is to see how the market reacts to the support around 32.29, around that area. And if we're combining that also with a Fibonacci from the lowest to the low point to the highest point, that is also where the Fibonacci level is. So I do believe this is a very respected area where we have to have in mind to see what's going to happen. Even if we're seeing a huge movement right now to the downside, it could definitely just come back down here, retest it, and then you're seeing the continuation to the upside again. We need to go to the lower time frame. Yeah, you're just having lower highs and lower lows. Right here you had a sell opportunity. You had the lower low, market broke it, came back up and retested it, and you could have sold the market at that point. Right now we just have to wait and see if the market actually gonna be, if the market's gonna break. Oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so tired. Ugh. If the market is gonna break this support one more time, then you just might see the market coming up, and then you're seeing the market going down again. There's no sign to buy the market right now. There's the market is just telling you it's on my way down. FTM USDT. Oh yeah. So even if this is not accurate right now, and we're still having the weekly right now, or we can do it like that. We're taking a Fibonacci level on the daily from the lowest point, not lowest point, but around 1.1702 to the highest point, and that is 2.3360. Oh yeah, I know, Mark. It's so hard sometimes. We can see if we're looking at the daily, and you saw this yesterday, the market actually told you it was not supposed to go up right now because we did respect the high that we're having. And after that, the market has just been going down. We did break the previous higher low, right? Oh no, it wasn't. Where's that? Okay, but we do have a support right here where the market actually broke it, came back up and retested it. And then right now we're seeing the market going down even more. Could you see how perfect this is? You saw you had the support, you had the break, you had the retest, and now continuation. So either if the market comes back up again and retest it, you're having your second touch around here somewhere. If you're seeing the market right now coming up, it would try to break it again, but it rejects it. I have a sell opportunity right there, but that is only if I see the market actually closing below the first leg that we're having, so around 2.0366, around that area. So that's what I see right now. Target can be Fibonacci level around 1.7576. QNT. Okay, so let's see. We are still taking a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. And the lowest point is 148 and the highest point is 358.6, around that area. And we are having a downtrend right now. We did break this previous lower low that we're having, or was it even a higher low? The market, like overall picture, the market has just been going sideways. You can see the market came to the support a couple of times, never had the power to break it. We had the resistance, I'm sorry. This is the support, came back down. So right now we are just in between. Right now we're just in between. So what can happen is that it actually can come back up a little bit more than you're seeing the market coming back down again. Let's see. If we're coming up to this support right here, or coming up where, that's where we are right now, and we're starting, either the market starts to break it or respect it. Right now it looks like we're gonna break it, but we need to have more confirmations. It's just in the middle of the candle. So if we're seeing the market breaking that area and you see the breakout retest just as the other couples, that's a sign to buy the market. But if you're having a low right here, if you see the market come back up again and you're having a bearish candlestick to the downside, obviously you can take the Fibonacci from that low to the high to find your retracement on the Fibonacci levels that we're having. Bitcoin third rejection. Has anything happened on Bitcoin since we were talking about it? Oh God. Oh my God, guys. I think we need to be careful right now to sell the market, or to go short. It looks like we're actually having the power to break it. So no sell opportunity on Bitcoin right now. It looks like we're actually gonna break it right now, and break it and continue up. So I have to find an entry to buy the market. And oh, this is the wrong pair, sorry guys. And the same thing goes for Ethereum. We did break this high right here. So if the market comes back down to you can take a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. You can even see the market coming back down to 34.64 or 34.59. If you're seeing the market coming back down, I'll have a good buy opportunity. Mark, remember right now, don't sell Bitcoin or Ethereum or anything else. This is only buy opportunities right now. Right now, that's what I see. So we need the market to come back down. I'm gonna take, so if we are seeing the market coming back down during the live, I just might take a trade. So if the market comes back down, we'll have a notification, and after that I'm seeing what we can do about it. But right now, yeah, so right now we're just waiting. How did your Ethereum short? My Ethereum short went good, actually. I took my trade. It didn't hit my take profit. I had to cancel the order myself because I saw the market was on its way up. Is Ethereum flipping from a down to an uptrend? So we need to wait for the market to come a bit down. Yeah, exactly. So we've just been going sideways, but right now it looks like we're actually on our way up. So there's no point on selling the market right. Cold tick USDT just crossed. Okay, let's see how it looks like right now. So let's see, we have to take some of the things away just to make sure. Okay, it looks like we're having huge okay, so right now we are in, so I just got a notification. I just got a notification on Kotick that we are at the Fibonacci levels. But the thing is that we're having a huge candlestick right now, and that's not a good thing. And we can still see that we are maintaining the lower highs right now. So I would not go into a buy right now. We can see what else we can use. The market can come back down a little bit more. You don't always have to have the Fibonacci, but we definitely want to see how the market reacts to maybe this low right here. And that is previous New York session. So we can wait for the market also to come back down here. So I'm gonna take another crossing down. So if the market comes back down here, we just have to wait and see how the market is actually the markets go up. But now we're just going down, guys. And this is also when the market is looking like this, it's too tight. Everything is so tight right now. It's so hard to see even on the 1 hour chart. No, market going down. There's no way to get into a long right now. We have to wait, or I have to wait. .USDT. Okay, Pamela. I think I already was looking at it, but that's okay. We can do it again. Wesley. Wesley tells me I'm in a short on DOT right now. Nope. But we can see, look, just look at this. This is good. That has been done, I think she loves. We could definitely see market break. We could have a Fibonacci from the lowest point, 33.6. Highest point is 35.38. Market came and touched the 50%, and then you saw the market spiking to the upside. So right now, Pamela, we can't do anything about DOT. It has already done its move, so we have to wait for the market to calm down. Can you see market strong? Market's it's breaking. So there, don't think about shorting any pairs right now. The market is going up. Alpha USDT. Please short my cute little dotty. Inverted head and shoulders on alpha. What time frame? Oh yeah, you were talking about that. So you had something like that. You're having the neckline around here. You could actually see the market broke it. The market broke it, came back down and retested it, but it retested it. You can see more clear on the 15 minutes how the market actually broke it and retested it. Yeah. Dinner is ready. See you later. I will try to speak. Thank you so much, Wesley. Have a good night. So if you want to see where the market potentially can come to right now, I would say wait for the market to come back down to 0.9886 or 0.9839. If you're seeing the correction to the downside, you need to see where we potentially can have our higher low, because you're always buying at the higher low when the market is trending to the upside. So that is what you're waiting for. Link USDT. You know how tired I am when I'm I don't even know what pair I'm looking at. Okay, link USDT. So okay, looking at starting up with the daily. We're having a Fibonacci level right now that we are actually around. We're taking it from the lowest point 15.72 to the highest point 33.59. And we can see how we are respecting the 50% level around 24.63. That's where the market actually is right now on the daily. I do believe we will come back down more, even if we are at the 50% right now. But this is also, this looks like this is on every pair right now, obviously, because they are moving this kind of the same way. But when you're looking at the 4 hour and you just see candlestick that is like glued in with each other, it's really hard trading this. But we can do something like, let's see. Okay, so I would have sold the market right here at 24.65. And I would have my stop loss. Where would I have my stop loss? Hi Natalie, how's Andy? I think it's good. I think it's good. So yeah, I do believe the market will continue back down on Link. Yeah, it will come back down. Can you take a sneak peek, Bake USDT? Okay, we're going straight to the daily, and we can see now. Let's go to the weekly. Okay, so we did break the lowest point. So you had your lower low right here, and we're actually, and that's on the weekly. You can just change it up a little bit. Looks like we're continuing down on these pairs too. They're so choppy, it's so hard. Like you don't have, no problem. Let's see. Daily. And we're taking a Fibonacci from lowest point to the highest point. We are around Fibonacci right now. And I'm seeing that the market can be shorted. So this could be the lower high that we're having right here. because we're seeing the market is actually on its way down. You're having huge movement to the downside. Almost every pair is right now bearish. Going to the smaller time frames. It's really choppy, but we can see that we do have the Fibonacci right here, also a previous resistance that is respecting very much right now. So it could definitely continuing down from here. I told everyone I'm good. Thank you, Ian. Everyone's trading differently. Thank you so much. Okay, was a BTC breaking through? Yeah, exactly. So this is a very good example. So when I'm saying that, okay, you need to wait for the market to react 2 times. Market comes back down, market comes back up, get rejected. Right now, the market is not rejecting. So when the market is rejecting it, we need to have either, if this is closing like this and we're seeing the market coming back down again, but we have to have dojis, we have to have market, but this one is actually closing above the first leg that we're having. And looking at the 30 minutes, you had an engulfing candle right here, and even on the 1 hour we can see the market. So and 1 hour ago we've been having huge movement like right now. So I wouldn't go in a short on Bitcoin at all. Unif USDT. Unifi USDT. Starting off with the weekly one more time. Are you guys understanding what I'm talking about? Does it make sense? Okay, so if we're looking at the weekly, we could let's eat surströmming. Yeah, I don't think you want to eat that, Mark. I've never tasted it, even if I'm from Sweden, but okay, good, Ant Kid. I'm happy that you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so Coty crossed the line, trend line. Okay, let's see again. Let's see. Looking at the daily, we did break this downtrend that we did have because we had the lower high, we had the lower low. Market broke the lower high, created a higher high. Market came back down, created its higher low. And right now you're also having, even on the daily, you're having a, if the market's gonna close, it's 7 hours left, but if not, you're having a morning star right here, but that is on the daily, so a lot of things can happen. Oops. So what I would wait for right now is obviously to see, can do it like this. We're taking on the 1 hour, we're taking Fibonacci on the 1 hour chart. I'm taking all of the other Fibonacci's away because right now we know that the market is on its way up. So I'm looking for opportunities to go long on the market. So we're taking a Fibonacci from 9.016 to the high, and that is 9.909. What we're waiting for is to see if the market's coming back down to 9.369 or 9.489. And if we start to see the 2 rejections that I'm always talking about, markets go up. Because you see, we did create a higher high. Market needs to come back down, create its lower low. And then we see the correction. Join Natalie's. I can understand the commentary, but I can't draw the TA myself long. It's hard. I mean, you have to practice. Trust me, when everyone has been there. it always looks easy when someone else is doing it, and when you're looking at it, you're like, yeah, I get it. But then you're sitting at the computer yourself, you're like, what is this? Is it SCRT? USDT. I don't have USDT. I only have USD. Or was it? No. SCRT. Yeah, okay. Okay, we're starting. No, it's okay. It's okay. Red John. Oh my lord. Jesus Lord. Okay. What I think about this is that we need to see. So we're looking at the daily, because when you're looking at the weekly like this, you have nothing to use on where we are right now. You're just having a huge week. So the weekly doesn't matter to us right now. But we can see that we're having on the daily, we had a low, we have a support, we have a high. Because to have a high, we need to have a bearish candlestick, right? So we are seeing the rejection. So we're taking Fibonacci from 3.3, yeah, the low on the daily to the highest point that we're having on the daily. Going down right now, can you see how, I mean, this is, come on guys, like, I mean, this is not even a joke. Look how it looks. You're going to the 4-hour chart, market just closed with the 61%. Like, how's that even possible? Okay, I know it's possible, but just to see it and understand why Fibonacci levels is so important and how much you can actually use them for your advantage. And we're having a movement to the upside right now. So what we will have to wait for right now, because the market told us, okay, we do respect the daily Fibonacci level. Market can come back down a little bit more. I always take my Fibonacci from the body, so where the close. I never use the wick. So you're taking it from the body to body. Right now we can take away the Fibonacci on the weekly. We're seeing the market coming back down. If we see the market coming back down to the Fibonacci levels that we're having around 5.00, continuation. And also you can see that Fibonacci is having, you see that around this area before the market has been here a couple of times. Yeah, exactly, any time frame. So every time I'm using the Fibonacci, I always take it from the body. I'm never having the wicks, never. So wait for the market to come back down to the Fibonacci levels that I was talking about. I hope you can see. I mean, it's like a trillion thousands of numbers. So screenshot that if you want to. You have to have a low, and you have to have a support, a support and resistance. Okay, why is really important not to just go in a trade, right? I mean, this is awesome. This is so funny when this happens, when we are looking at it together, guys. Can you see how important it is? So right now, we're taking this one away because there's no way we're shorting Bitcoin, or I'm shorting Bitcoin. Right now, we can use this level one more time, around 56,300, 400, to see if it's coming back down again. I can't take right now a Fibonacci because the market is going up. So what I need, if I'm going to take a Fibonacci right now from this lowest point, because this is a support, right? Market comes up, creates its bearish candlestick. That's when I'm taking, and it's closing. So the candle is not supposed to be active, so it has to be closed. So let's say this is the market right now, taking it from the lowest point to the highest point, because this is the rejection. I'm taking it from the support to the rejection, and then we just might see the market coming back down. And the same thing if I'm taking it on a downtrend, let's say, for example, right here, from the highest point to the lowest point right here, I have to have a bullish candlestick that confirms that this is actually a low. Can you see market comes up, Fibonacci level 61, and the 50% comes back down. I mean, come on, guys. I think I've saved your lives, because when I figured this shit out, I'm sorry, everything changed for me. I swear to God, everything changed. I love Fibonacci. So if someone tells you Fibonacci doesn't work, it's because they don't know how to use it. But you have to practice, because sometimes I use Fibonacci on the, I can find a support on the 4-hour chart. I don't have a bearish candle, because if I'm gonna go long, I can go down to the lower time frames, like 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes, and I see a bearish candlestick. And I'm taking my the lowest point at the 4-hour, the highest point maybe on the 1 hour. So, and that is something that you have to see it for yourself. It's very easy for me to say, yeah guys, you're taking Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point, and you're gonna be like, okay, where? So you have to practice. You have to practice all the time, okay? Fibonacci tag agreement between world traders. You respect it. Everyone's different, but it works for me. It works for a lot of people. Just use the tools in the right way. But you have to, the Fibonacci will never work if you don't know how the market is moving. So first of all, you need to understand, okay, what is market structure? Market's going up, market's going down. What's happening between? Market structure is higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right guys? So you have to know that first, because if you're having a downtrend, okay, let's say, so we are seeing right now, guys, market is in a downtrend, okay? Hi Yayo, and from nowhere you're starting to look at buy opportunities. So you're taking your Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point, and you're starting to buy when the market comes to Fibonacci 50 and 61%, market goes down, and you're like, why doesn't it work? Hey, because you're having a downtrend. You're not supposed to try to find buy opportunities in a downtrend, right? But look at this. You're taking the Fibonacci instead the opposite way. You're taking it from the highest point to the lowest point. You have the rejection on the 50 and 61% level, market goes down. You're in profit. Boom. Right? So you have to know Fibonacci only work if you're using it in the right direction where the market is actually going to. Does that make sense, guys? I'm really trying to help you out here, because I know how hard that was for me. Everyone was like, okay, you need to understand higher high, higher lows. But on one time frame, higher high, in one time frame you are having a uptrend, the other time frame you're having a downtrend. You have to understand, okay, the weekly is in an uptrend, but on the daily we are in a downtrend because we're having our pullback on the daily. I've learned more from you about Fibs in the last couple of weeks than I did. No problem. I'm not saying I like Fibonacci, but I know all of the numbers 1 to 19. For trade, use 15-minute time frame. Yeah, you can use every time frame. I mean, you're just breaking everything down. Like, for example, sometimes I take trades on the 5-minute chart. You see? It didn't touch. Oh, yeah, it did touch. So you're looking at the 5-minute chart, taking from the lowest point to the highest point. Market almost came back down to the 50%. And this is where you have to have an eye. Okay, it's breaking. It's not gonna go down even more. I'm taking a long. It works on every time frame. You just have to know where to put it. Can you check NSNX? Yeah, of course. Of course, darling. Of course, darling, I can do that. USDT. We're starting off with the weekly. I'm sorry, the daily, but we're starting off with the weekly right now. And we are taking everything away because we're starting over. Okay, so we are having, this is a very strong support, and let's do it like this. So this is a very good support to have. Going back in time, for what I can use is the resistance, also turning it to a support. You had a little fake out, market came up, market came back down and retested one more time. So every time the market has been here, the market has actually been going away from it. So it has been breaking it to the upside. Okay, so looking at the overall picture right now, we are in a downtrend. Looking at the daily, you can see we're going down, right? You're also having a support on the daily right here. It looks like we did break it, and right now we are retesting it. You can also use this one. So it looks like we're having a small lower high. We can also use Fibonacci from the highest point to the lowest point. So what we just might see is the market coming up to the 1651%, around 9.833, and then you see the continuation to the downside. But what you have to have in mind is the support right here around 7.298, around that area. You have to look on how, if the market's gonna break it or respect it, because when the market has been there a lot of times before, the market has always been going up. So we have to wait and see if the market comes back down, how it looks around that area. But and that's the daily. Looking at the 4 hour, so this previous support might just turn into a new resistance, because we're taking a new Fibonacci on the 4 hour chart from the lowest point to the highest point. Comes back up, respect it, continuation to the downside. Do you understand me when I'm talking about SNX? Someone was talking about Ethereum. Can you? Also, Ethereum has definitely been rejected. Yeah, but against what area? Yeah, we're looking at this support right here, but we also have to have in mind on what's actually happening right now. So the market can reject it, but it can also come back down, have a quick downtrend to the Fibonacci levels, and then you see the continuation. So right now the market has to come back down a little bit more for me to be able to, and I already have the alarm clock right here. So if the market comes to that area, I want to see how we're having the candlestick against them. So this is just good that this is happening right now. Have a huge candlestick. We did break this lower high that we're having. We did create a higher low, come back down. I'm having my buy opportunity around Fibonacci level 3465 and 3458. But that is only if I start to see this happening. I'm buying at the second touch. Or I can just have a limit order, because sometimes the market just spikes through it and then you're active. That's the beauty with Fibonacci, is that you're having you're just looking at the numbers, you type that in, and then you're having a buy limit or a sell limit, and then you see if it activates it or not. Everything will go up in December. Yeah. So if there's anyone that don't know, we have our own little, we have our own community. It's called Bitcoin Census, and we're having a Telegram group, and we're also having a website where you can actually just look at news. You'll have updates about other pairs, and you can use them. Everything's for free, so you can just go into it and look at it. You have the link to our Telegram group in the link down below. So definitely, if you want to talk to traders during the day, and me and Andy and the other people in our team, you can just ask us questions, and you'll have a great time reading what other people think about pairs and all of that. It's very good. So you have the link in the description below. Yeah, and Mark just gave you the link to the Telegram group, and you just join us there, and we'll talk serious with each other. No, I'm joking. USDT. And Natalie, of course. Yeah. And we're actually working on to have our own is it called like that? Why can't I? Is it that one? Sun USDT? Well, I hope so. It's so many pairs out there. I have no idea like what 90% of them is. Okay, we're using the support right here on the daily just to see if there's a target where we can come back down to. Haha, seriously. Discord. Mark want me to open up a Discord? I think I already have one since before. Okay, so we came back down to the support around 2399. Market rejected it one more time. We're taking Fibonacci on the daily chart from the lowest point to the highest point, and that is 3131. Market is actually right now in the Fibonacci levels that we're talking about. And what we have to wait for to see right now, because the market has been going down. You had the high, you had the lower low, a small lower high, the lower low. So what we have to wait for, or not wait, but what we have to have in mind is this lower low right here to see if the market's going to hold it or if it's going to break it. But what we also can do, because we are respecting the Fibonacci levels right now on the daily, we can take a new Fibonacci from the lowest point around 2684 to the highest point, and that is 2846. So if the market now comes back down again to this Fibonacci level, 2747, and we're seeing the market reject it, I have a long order around the Fibonacci right here, because that is creating a new higher low. So that's what I see on Sun, if that was to prepare you wanted me to look at. Take a look at Compound. I don't know the comp. Lower low is also known. As Wesley. Okay, we're taking everything away again just so everyone can see what I'm talking about. We are also using this support right here. Going back in time, we can also see that we had this as a resistance. So this is a strong level that we have to use for us to see how it actually is working to it. You can see on the daily, we also have a new support right here. that we have been respected. So the market doesn't have to come back down to this support. This support is good for us to use if we're seeing the market actually breaking the daily support. So if the market comes back down, you have to see how it reacts around that area. But right now we have to focus on where we are right now. The daily is also very strong. So what can happen right now is that the market is actually on its way up. It looks like that because we have been respecting the support 3 times. So what we want to see if the market is actually going to break. Is it going to break the previous lower high, create a new higher high, and then you'll having your buy opportunity at the resistance turning into a new support. You can also find buy opportunities on the lower time frames if you want to, obviously, but I would want the market to break this high right here, just because we are still doing lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and right now we are at the support. But for us to have confirmation that the market is actually on its way up, we needed to break the previous lower high that we're having around 308.5. So does that make sense? SLP. We're looking at SLP, USDT, and we are also having a support right here on the weekly that we need right now because it's very close to it. And we are... Sorry, a new question. Why does not my trading view not show those arrows you're using? Are you talking about these? Because if you're using trading view, you'll have different tools that you can use, and if you're pressing the star, you can see right now that it actually shows up into this. So this is like the favorite box that you're having. So all of the tools that I'm always using, I'm putting a star to them so I don't always have to come back to the side. Yobiate. I know that's not how I pronounce your name, but hello. So these are the just push. Can you see on what's happening right now? So I'm taking these away. So that's how I use my. That's how I use my favorite tools. These are the only ones usually that I'm using. Okay, so go back to SLP USDT. We have the support. The market has been respected it. Going to the daily to see more clear on what's actually happening. So it looks like the market is actually very tight right now. What we have to wait and see, because we're just moving sideways on the 4-hour chart. If you want to see continuation to the downside, you obviously want the market to break the support, coming back up and retest it as a new resistance. But you have to use this support right now because it's very important, because that's the strongest support that we're having on this pair, because I cannot see anything else. So just don't let the market, if you're selling the market, you don't have your take profit down here. You have to have it where the market actually has been before, and then you're looking at how the market is actually behaving around that area. And if you want to buy the market, I would say the market has to break. You don't have to, but what I recommend is that the market is breaking the lower high that we're having right here around 0.0700. Otherwise, you can trade from the support to the high, because we just might go sideways. So for you to be able to take your profits, don't have your take profits too way high up, because we don't know if the market is going to continue down or if the market will continue up again. So this is what I see right now on SLP. Hej Natta. Är du svensk eller? Matic. Sol USD. Looking good or not? Oh, you are Swedish. Where are you? Vart är du från? Where are you from? Okay, so weekly doesn't look that good. We are still taking a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point that I'm having on the daily. It does. Oh, you're from Stockholm too? I live in Stockholm. Let's see how it looks. So it looks like we're not. It looks like we're actually going down, and you can use these two because you had a high. Market came up again and did a high, but it never broke the previous high that we're having. And right now it seems like we're continuing to go to the downside. So I'm gonna take this Fibonacci away right now. So we are in a downtrend. You can see that we are retesting the previous lower low right here. But we have to think about this low. So this is the lower low. So we just might see the market coming back down to the low. And then you just might see the continuation. Because where did I have my Fibonacci? I had it on the daily, I think. So it looks like this. So we're still in the Fibonacci level right now on the daily. So this is why the market can come back down to the Fibonacci level 142.860. And then you just might see this, the continuation to the upside again. Because this is just a pullback that we're having looking at the daily. This was the low. This was the higher high. This is the higher low. Even if you're having the market going down so much, this is just a pullback. So right now we are at the lowest point where the pullback can be. So this is very, very good. We can take the Fibonacci right here too on the 4-hour chart, taking the weekly away, so it's not so much on the charts. If we're seeing the market continuing up, then come back down again to retest the Fibonacci, I have a good opportunity to buy the market right here. But market can also come back down to the support, and then it starts to go up again. You can still have this Fibonacci. You can use Fibonacci levels for many times. It can be very respected. Someone said Bitcoin. Yeah, we're broke. We still have to wait if the market comes back down and respect 56,040. So someone asked a downtrend for Bitcoin. No fam, we are actually in an uptrend. So I'm waiting for the market to give me signals to actually buy the market. So the downtrend that we did have, the downtrend that we did have, that was only the pullback that we did have on Bitcoin. That is why. So it was just a small downtrend that we small, but you know, it was just a pullback. And we did break the previous lower high that we did create yesterday. We broke it. So right now, this lower high just might become a new higher low. BTT, please. Is it I guess it's USD. You have to tell me what the other pair is so I know. That would. I'm not looking at it. I hope it's not that one because Sorry, I'm not looking at that. Okay, this is also just a, I mean, there's so hard, I can't, sorry guys, I can't look at this pair because it's too long, I mean, it's too choppy. Okay, someone said, Bitcoin is so volatile right now, I have no idea what it wants to do. I'm just sitting on Tether. Okay, so Bitcoin is in an uptrend. Looking like this, Bitcoin is in an uptrend. So what we did have was that we did have a small pullback. This was the pullback that we did have. Market came back down and respected the support. Hi, you're awesome. Thank you so much, you too. The market broke. So we did have this little downtrend. We had the high. We had the lower high, lower low, sorry, lower high, lower low. Came back down to the support. Now we broke the consolidation that we did have right here. So the market right now, I did talk about the other guys before, that if there's somewhere we right now could use to go, what I could use for an entry on Bitcoin is to see if the market comes back down to the previous resistance that we did have. And that is around 56,400. We're seeing the market coming back down there. That's a good signal for me to buy the market. Dogecoin. I did have it before, I think. Isn't it supposed to be? Oh, USDT. Don't. Oh. Just the same thing here, guys. You're having a weekly support. You had the downtrend just like Fibonacci had. Market broke the downtrend when the market broke this lower high right here. Broke to the upside, came back down and retested the previous lower high. Came up again, and now it respected one more time. We're taking a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point. We are inside the Fibonacci level right now on the daily. And right now, from this point, you can start to see the market actually starting to break the downtrend to an uptrend. So what I would do right now, I would wait for the market to come back down to the previous support that you're having on the 15 minutes, resistance that you're having on the 15 minutes right here. Or you can take Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point on the 15 minutes and using the 50 and 61%. because that could be the pullback that you're having even on the 50 minutes, and then you see the continuation. LG, nej, EGLD. Okay, looking at EGLD USD, we're looking at the daily. I'm gonna look at the 4 hour and see. Okay, I want to use this as a support, and we're having the same scenario right here. We did have a downtrend right here. We just might create a new lower high because this was the previous lower high that we're having. Nat was up all night looking at charts. This is the only thing, and this is what I do every single day. Every single day, I swear to God. I don't do anything else than this right now. So I do believe we will come back down. This could just be, this is just the lower high that we're having. You have a downtrend, you have a lower low, you have a lower high, lower low, lower high. And now you just might see the market coming back down to the support around 227.36. If it's continuing to be a downtrend, it has to break this low right here. And then you see the market coming up to retest it. But we have to I would use Fibonacci from the lowest point right here on the daily to the highest point. So the lowest point is 200, the highest point is 254.43, around that area. And we're looking at the daily, and it looks like we can come back down, and that is also the support that I'm having. So this is an area where you can see, because the overall picture, we are in a uptrend. So, but I do believe we have to come back more to create our higher low, yeah, right? So wait for the market to come back to the support. Or if we are starting to see the market the market could also break this and do it something like that, because it's also in an uptrend on the 1 hour chart. You can see that right here. So it just doesn't have to come back down. It doesn't have to come back down because the market has already been here one time before. So that could be the bounce that we needed for the market to continue up. But either wait for the market if it's continuing to the downside. Use this support right here at 232. If it comes back down and bounce off of it. So these are the two areas right now. 241 if it's breaking it to the upside, or 232 if you're seeing the market actually breaking, respect it, come back up, or if it's gonna break it, retest it as a new lower high. You don't use any indicators? No, I don't use indicators. I'm a price action trader with a little touch of Fibonacci. That's what I use. BTC building weekly open as support. Look at this guy. Look who's coming back down. Starts to come back down again. It's really, really good that we're having. Do you use chart patterns at all? Yeah, I do. I use chart patterns all the time. Like that is the only thing that I'm using. I don't know the names of everything, but I definitely use it. I need to have. You took any trades today? Yes, I actually did. I think I'm taking a lot of them actually. I trade index too. So I was taking trades from SPX 500. I took 4 trades of them. I took on Ethereum, but that was for instance yesterday. I took 2 more trades more on Ethereum, but that was just like a short, very, very small trades because I saw the market going down and going up, so I closed them. I took 2 shorts on Bitcoin too. I was in profit. I closed them too because I saw the market. I saw the market rejected it. I'm using chart patterns for get the entry point. That's good. That's really good. I mean, everyone sees, we're always looking at the same chart, but we're seeing the chart in different ways. So even if I would be able to explain everything in detail for you, you would never see the way I saw the market because that's how I take it. We both can be right. We both can be right, but we just see in it different ways. I hope you understand how because we see different things, you know. When you're starting to trade and become a good trader, or not good, but when you're starting to get a hang of it, you also have the intuition inside of you that tells you, okay, this is actually gonna happen. Just joined the channel. Love your self-confidence. Thank you so much. It comes with time. You have to practice it. There's no, I mean, I know a lot of people, trading is a very sensitive subject that we're having, and everyone has so many opinions, and that doesn't matter. Your opinion, I can't let your opinion affect my way of trading. You might be right, but you might be right at that certain point, but then the market moves, and now I'm the one, the thing that I saw is actually happening, the things that you didn't see. So for example, I have a friend, a very close friend of mine. He's also a very good trader here in Sweden. And every time we're talking, we're never talking about how I see the market. If he's like, okay, I'm going short on whatever pair, I'm not questioning him at all. I'm not gonna say, but I see long, because that's just gonna destroy his way of seeing the short opportunity, right? So I remember in the beginning we told each other that we're not gonna talk about trading in that way, because it's gonna mess up the way you're seeing the market, and usually how you see it the first time is actually how it is. So it's a lot of rules that you have to have with yourself with trading if you want to become a very good trader. It's good to discuss it with people, but I can tell you guys, I don't look at anyone else. I don't want to hear someone's opinion. I mean, I can listen to it, right? Because obviously I know what I'm looking for right now. But that was something that I had in the beginning. I had a big problem with that I was always listening to other people. And at one point I was like, but hey, the thing that I was actually thinking about in the beginning actually worked. But I listened to that guy, and he's a very good trader, but I was right. So you have to learn to trust yourself. That's the only thing that you can do. Okay, looking at USDT. Take that one away. We're starting off with the weekly. We took the Fibonacci on the weekly from the lowest point around 6694 to the highest point 15396. Market comes back down, respected the Fibonacci, came back up again. We are now on the weekly. We We can take another Fibonacci from the lowest point on the daily, 8166, 11911. So I would say actually right now for we're looking at. So we're looking at the 4-hour chart, and on the 4-hour chart we did have the downtrend right here. So I need to have I want to have a bearish candlestick to the downside so I can be able to put my Fibonacci level to it just to see. But from now, we can use this previous lower high that we're having. That was actually also a higher high because it did break this lower high right here. Became a higher high. Look at how when I'm using the Fibonacci now, guys. It's so good! It's so good! Taking Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point, what happened? Market came back down, respected 50% straight up. I mean, oh my God, you had an inverted hammer right here. It screamed at you, buy me now. Buy me now, okay? It's good. Good things. How do you manage stress in trading? You have to have a system. I would say that. When you know what you're looking for and you know it actually works, you're getting confident in your trades. The only time you're having your panic attacks and you want to die is because when you're over leveraging your account. Even if you're taking your trades after your system, because sometimes you can have a pullback, you can have a retracement. So you don't I mean, when you're taking a trade, you have to have in mind that you're not going to be in profit right away. It just might take sometimes I've been in trades and it took me 4 hours before I even was in profit. And that is also something that you have to have in mind, that that's also where the patience come in. You might have the perfect entry, but even if you're in drawdown for a couple of hours, that doesn't mean you're gonna have your stop loss taken, right? So this is where the patience come in. You have to have in mind. Don't look at the charts. Do something else. I know everyone wants to be on the charts all the time, but if you are on the charts, you study the market. Study your system again. You're getting more. You're stressing yourself by looking at the market the whole time. So for example, I'm having it's too high up. So for example, yesterday when I told everyone before, I was having a trade yesterday and it took me 6 hours before the market actually hit my buy limit. Patient, guys. I think BTC dominance will peak to 50% with Bitcoin going up about 6K and then alt season begins. Okay, just one last look at how Bitcoin looks right now. So just wait for the market to come back down to the support previous resistance that we're having right here to see how it looks. Okay, I'm gonna take the last pair right now, and that's USDT. So it's too late to get in this trade right now because it's obviously moving, but we have to look at the weekly. We had the support right here on the weekly. Looking at the daily, I want to take a Fibonacci from the lowest point to the highest point, and we are actually right now in the Fibonacci level. And what we go back now, so further down. So I would say right now, if you're seeing the market breaking this lower high that you're having around 5.965, because we're still in an uptrend. We had a lower high, we had a lower low. The market is just very is very choppy right now. Where, I mean, you don't have a clear, I mean, we can see the market going up. We do not have clear higher highs or higher lows. So what I would want, I would definitely want the market to break this high that I was talking about, come back down, and then I'm trying to find my entry on the higher low, I'm sorry. So that's what I see right now on this pair. If it's gonna continue breaking to the downside, you want the market to break this low, but you have to have in mind that we are right now in the Fibonacci levels that we're having on the weekly. So this is a very respected area. And we did break on the daily, we did break market structure, and we're retesting the previous lower high that got broken. How did you learn trading? What advice can you say to new traders? There's a lot of things I want to say, but don't stress. It's a process that everyone's going through, and you have to study. You have to study so much. I mean, if you're sitting 20% and studying the market, you'll understand 20% also, or maybe 10%. The more you study, the more the better you become. I know a lot of people wanna read books. A lot of people wanna look at YouTube channels, and that's good. But you have to sit with the chart. So let's say for example, you've been looking at my Fibonacci right now, and a lot of people telling me, oh, your Fibonacci is very good, but I am not the one who's teaching you how to use Fibonacci. I give you the tools, how I use it. But if you're not using that on your own charts, and you're not spending time, like I don't think I even want to say how many times I've been using Fibonacci. Like I've been sitting like 4 years with this every single day. That's why it's so easy for me to spot all of these things. But it's not easy in the beginning. But it doesn't matter how many times I say high. You take it from the low to the high, from the high to the low. You have to see the market yourself. So don't try to understand too much. Take small bits. The market is having market structure, price action. Those are the two things you have to understand, because if you don't understand that, you have no idea what you're looking at. So everything we're looking at right now, this is market structure, right? This is market structure. So you have to understand how to use it. We're actually gonna have we are working on our academy on Bitcoin Census. I would recommend you to join us actually. But market structure is key, because that's the that's the basic of forex trading. Doesn't matter what chart you're looking at, you'll have candlestick. You have to understand candlestick and how it moves. This is just like reading, but in candlestick. So that's what I would say. Yeah, I did say market structure. Okay, guys, I hope you learned something. I know you want me to go through pairs, and sometimes I want to talk about certain things because I know how important it is, and I know how hard it is. It doesn't matter how many times I'm just going through pairs. I really want to help you guys. Take it very serious. You have to take it serious. I know it sucks, but if you want to be good at something, you have to do that. You have to do it. You have to have the passion for it. You have to have it. Okay, so thank you so much for this. Just 1 second. I want to see how Bitcoin moves. Yeah, just wait for. I'm just gonna wait for the market to come back down here. Otherwise, I'll just find other levels. Do you use time-based Fibonacci trends or no? I don't. You know, no. There's a fan or something. I only use it the way I show it to you. That's the only thing. That's how I use it. Okay, so thank you guys. It was good having all of you. Thank you for taking your time to sit with me. I hope you learned something. And just now we just have to have the patience to wait for the market. The market has already done its move, so we missed it. Okay, thank you guys. Have a good night. Have a good morning and every. Mark, thank you so much. Comment in my videos when I'm putting up. Comment in my videos if there's something you're wondering, and I'm gonna try to answer. I'm gonna answer you on my videos. Okay guys, have a good night, have a good day wherever you are. Bye. Ha en trevlig kväll. Ja, detsamma. Detsamma. Good night everyone. That's good night in Swedish. Good night.